Paul, it's Youth Cup week. Just give us an idea what these few days are like down at the academy preparing for that game.
Yeah, well, we try to keep it as consistent as we can because, of course, the nuts and bolts of the game don't change. We've played a number of games this season in the same vein, so always going with the agenda of trying to perform, and that doesn't change for this game. But we had a meeting with the players yesterday, and I'll keep the content inside that room really, but we did share with them that it's okay to feel excited about a game. It's okay to have different emotions for different games, and don't run away from that. Embrace it, but don't lose sight of the fact that we're gunning for a performance.
Is that only natural given it is this competition, which is special at this age?
It is, and I'm learning that my background isn't under 18 coaching. I'm relatively new to the position. I'm very lucky. I've got a very good experienced youth staff around me. Ryan Kidd's been in this competition many times. And John Prince has been around youth football for many years. So I'm well supported in that regard. Yeah, I mean, up and down the country, it's inflated as an important game for this age group across all the clubs, and it's just about stabilising their emotions. They're young people, stabilise those emotions, but allow them to feel excited. That's why we're doing it.
Yeah, how big is that challenge to sort of keep them focused on the game itself, but allow them to have that feeling of this is something a little bit different, something exciting?
Yeah, I don't want to go away from that because that's the reality of first team football. There are games of different magnitude, and ultimately this is the professional development phase. We're trying to prepare them to be pros, and when they get to first team level football, there will be games that have bigger emphasis on them. So I have no drama really embracing that. And to answer your question, no, I don't think it is hard to keep them focused. They know, the environment we've created hopefully is one that promotes performance and process, and the results will take care of themselves. So this game's no different from that point of view.
So much of the work that they do is about development in the long term. How different is a game like this when it becomes about winning on the day to get through to the next stage?
Yeah, and that is an important factor for this particular week. There's nothing wrong, in my opinion, and I know the club share that, in placing different objectives on different games. And this is more of a performance game for an outcome. We'd love to progress. We know that in recent years the club haven't done so, and so it would be really nice, again, for another development experience for them to go to another round and play hopefully in another stadium. And so gunning for an outcome that allows that is perfect.
How good is it that they have a competition like this though, and that there is this Youth Cup within the game that allows the young lads up and down the country to have a different goal, a different target, something to aspire to achieve well in? Yeah,
I think it's brilliant because it just simulates that first team environment, and that's really, I don't want everyone to lose sight of that for these players. We're really blessed here. We've got a fantastic group of young players. They're terrific players, honestly. There's a really good cohort here in the under 18 group at the moment, and under 17 group, which they're all in one. That's reflected as well in the run we're having in the under 17s Premier League Cup. So there's a really good feel at the moment, and it's fantastic to have a game like this that has a different vibe on it, which mimics the FA Cup proper at senior level, runs in parallel with it from a timetable point of view. So it really is a nice simulation for a higher tariff game in a different light.
You touched on it before, the last few years haven't gone our way in this competition. How good would it be for the club to have a good run in the FA Youth Cup?
Brilliant. And listen, I'm aware that the first team are away at Portsmouth on Saturday, and so I would encourage the supporters of Blackburn Rovers to come to the game if they can, because it really is their opportunity to play a part in the development of these young players. They get an opportunity to play a part in developing those young players. Give them a bit of a crowd to play in front of. That's another simulation of men's football that they don't often get. All the games that we play at under 18s and under 21s level usually have little support. So I would encourage the Blackburn Rovers supporters to play their part in developing our young players as well by arriving at the ground. We're going to play, and hopefully in front of some people.
Yeah, I was going to say, it is a different challenge for them, and all those things they're going to have to get used to at some point during their career, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. And it is hard with the young players to simulate those senior characteristics. The stadiums with 20 or 30,000 people in that you get in the Championship, the the pressure on a result being the outcome that you want. Our mantra here is not results driven. It absolutely isn't across the board. It's performance driven and development driven. And our job is to produce as many football players for Blackburn Rovers as we can. And after that, our duty of care is to give them a career in the game of professional football if they can't play for Blackburn Rovers. That's how we work. But within that, we want to produce players for Blackburn Rovers that are ready to compete at senior level for Blackburn. And these little moments are little nuggets of experience for them that will furnish them with a more rounded experience for doing that.
And I guess if they can have a decent run, it creates memories for them as well, sort of within their group, the sort of what they can keep for the rest of their career going forward.
Of course, I've spoken to Damien Johnson this week. I've spoken to David Dunn this week about their feelings as to ex-Premier League players that came through this academy and played in these games, and they are really prominent memories in their minds. Playing in the FA Youth Cup for any player, even who's retired a number of seasons ago, they still remember that moment. And there's no getting away from the fact that it's a little nugget, if you like, of gold in terms of the memory. It's important to say it doesn't define you. There are many other players who've had successful playing careers who didn't get selected for their Youth Cup starting 11. There are many of them still playing now and had really successful international, senior international and Premier League careers that didn't play even in this club in their Youth Cup starting 11. It doesn't define you. It's just a nice experience for everyone involved and hopefully a successful one in this case.
What are the challenges that we'll face on Friday night against a team that themselves have got quite a history of producing young players?
It's a big challenge, of course. Every game is. There's no such thing as an easy football match. It's going to be a really good game for us. We're really looking forward to it. It's against a team, as you said, with really good pedigree, with a wonderful history themselves of producing young players to go on to successful international and Premier League playing careers, just like Blackburn have done. And they've got a style of play as well that is of an attractive nature and one that presents a tactical challenge and a technical challenge for our players as well. So really looking forward to it. I know the players are, and no fear, just excitement really.